Welcome to SST College of Arts and Commerce. This is SST Edupedia. Today we are going to see the topic threaded binary tree and AVL tree of semester 4 SYBSc Computer Science. Myself Jyoti Sardar. So let us see what is threaded binary tree. We are all aware that once a binary tree is there, it will have 2 and less than 2 childs, that is a child on the left hand side and the child on the right hand side. So it will have at most 2 childs. But the problem with that tree is, to any node, if only a single child is there, that is a left child for example, and the right child is not there, then that node will be stored as a null node. For example, in the above tree or the given tree, there are nodes, that is A, B, C and D. So for the child node, that is B, there are no nodes, and for the child node, that is C, there is again no node. So a null value is stored. So instead of storing these null values, why can't we store somewhere the addresses in this location so that the searching will be better? So instead of storing the null values, if we store some valid address at this particular location, then the memory can be saved. So to this particular problem, the solution is given by the concept of threaded binary tree, where the null locations are going to be storing the addresses of one of the traversal that we are going to use. So that will be either in order traversal, pre-order traversal or post-order traversal. So if one node has some vacant left or child area, that will be used as a thread. There are 2 types of threaded binary tree, that is single threaded tree or fully threaded binary tree. In a single threaded tree, there are another 2 variations, that is left threaded and the right threaded. In the left threaded mode, if some node has no left child, then left pointer will point to its in order predecessor. What is now a predecessor? Predecessor is going to be the previous element, previous node, but again according to the in order traversal. Similarly, in the right threaded node, if some node has no right child, then the right pointer will point to its in order successor. So successor means the immediate next node in the in order traversal. In both the cases, if no successor or predecessor is present, then it will point to the header node. So if you say that the child is the leaf node, then there will not be any successor. Now let us look the node structure of the threaded binary tree. Prior to that, we should be aware the node structure of the binary tree. That is, it will have 3 parts. First the data part, and then the left pointer, and then the right pointer. So as the name says pointer, it is going to store the address location where the left child is stored in the memory, and the right pointer will store the location where the right child is stored in the memory. And data can be numeric or the data can be text. So this is the structure, as I said, of the binary tree. Same structure can be there for the binary search tree. But what is the modification done in threaded binary tree? So in threaded binary tree, there are extra 2 flags assigned, along with that the threads, that is left thread and the right thread. So what are left flag and right flag? The left flag will say that the left child is absent, and the right flag will tell that the right child is absent. If the left child is absent, means the left flag will have some information, that is true, and the left thread will have some address. And similarly, if the right flag is absent, that is it is going to be true, meaning there will be an information that is present, that is an address inside the right thread. Here the threads are like pointers which contains the address either of the predecessor or of the successor node. As I have just mentioned, the flag will have the value as true or false. False value means that the left child is present, okay, and the right flag value will indicate that the right child is present or absent. Now let us see the node structure written in Python language for the tree, that is again the right threaded tree. Already I have said that there will be two kinds of tree, that will be left threaded and the right threaded. So over here the structure in Python language of the right threaded tree is given to you all. Okay, so it says that it is having a constructor that is init, and then the two parts are there, that is the data and then the right thread. So data is going to be important part, that is where we are going to store the data. So here we can have the data that is numeric or the data can be text. So there will be a left child or the right child will be there, or the right thread or the left thread. Out here the example is given of the right thread. You can see the dotted arrow. So this is what is I was talking about, the concept of thread. So to the root node, that is 6, there are two child, that is 3 and 8, and to the node that is number 3, there are two child, that is left and right, that is 1 and 5. Similarly the leaf nodes are 9 and 13 for the child, that is 11. So only the right pointer of 9, 7, 5, 1 are blank, and at that place the threads are storing the information. So what is it storing? It is storing the successor information. So threads are created, that is storing the information of a successor node. Then quickly we have said that already, that threaded types will be threaded single threaded tree or the double threaded tree. So example of single threaded we have just now seen, and then the double threaded tree will have what? Both the left and the right threads. So where it is going to point? It is going to the point to the definition, that is your in order successor or the in order predecessor. So according to the traversals, there will be three types of trees, that will be in order predecessor, in order traveling threaded binary tree, pre-ordered threaded binary tree, and the post-order threaded binary tree. Now there is a next concept that says that the balanced binary tree or balanced binary search tree. So when we say that there is a tree that is created, that is binary search tree, the elements that are going to be inserted will have some structure, meaning the root node will have, if at all, the value 10, then the left subtree will have the value less than the value 10, and the right subtree elements will be greater than the value 10. Fine. So that is your binary search tree. But there is a problem that occurs with the binary search tree, as a given example over here. If I insert the node in a serial fashion, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the way your tree will be created. That is, 1 is the root node, towards the right 2 is created, towards the right of 2 3 is created, and towards the right of 3 4 is created. So it is going to look like a singly linked list. Okay, and then the traversal obviously is going to be similar, that is the same number of elements that are present into the tree. So it is going to be somewhere a sequential traversal. Okay, so this concept is called as either the left skewed tree or the right skewed tree. That is, if the elements are inserted in the descending fashion, that is 5 4 3 2 1, then it is going to be a left skewed tree. So to resolve this problem, the concept of balanced binary search tree has been thought over. So this problem was given a solution by three persons, that is Edelson, Velsky and Landis in 1962. So by using their first character of the name, the tree is created, that is called as your AVL tree. So AVL tree is called as a height balance tree, in which each node is associated with the balance factor, which is calculated by subtracting the height of its left subtree and the right subtree. So a tree is said to be balanced if the balance factor of each node lie between minus 1 to 1. So minus 1, 0 and 1. If these are the balance factors of a particular node, then the tree is going to be balanced. Otherwise, the tree is going to be unbalanced. So what is the height of a tree? The height of a tree is the length of the longest path from the node downwards towards a leaf, counting both the start and the end vertices of the path. The height of the leaf is 1. The height of the non-empty tree is the height of the root. So as I have said, balance factor of any node we can calculate by using the height of the left subtree minus the height of the right subtree. Now since the tree is not balanced, okay, so somewhere we've said that the tree will be either left skewed or the tree will be right skewed. So in order to balance that tree, in order to make sure that the balance factor is between 0, minus 1 and 1, there are following types of rotations that are performed, due to which the tree will be balanced. So which are the rotations? The rotations are like LL rotation, RR rotation, LR rotation and RL rotation. So LL simply says that left to left, RL says that right to left, RR says that right to right and the left to right. So this is an example. How do we say that, or how do we check that the balance factor for each and every node is 0 or minus 1 or 1. So let us see the node that is the leaf node, that is 65. Its balance factor is 0 because it's a node that is a leaf node. So over here left child is absent, right child is absent, so balance factor is 0. Same for the node that is 85. Also similar to the node that is 25, 125 and 175. Okay. Then the node comes that is 50. So for the 50 node, the balance factor will be 1 minus 2. So how the minus 2 is coming? That is, for the node that is 50, there are two nodes that is 75 and 85. So that is going to be having the balance factor as minus 2. So 1 minus 2, then the balance factor will be minus 1. So that is allowed. What about 150 node? For the 150 node, the balance factor will be again 1 minus 1 because it has the left child and it has also the right child. So balance factor is 0. Then what about the root node, that is 100? For its, the again balance factor is going to be 2 minus 2 it is going to be. Okay, so it is going to be 2 minus 2. 3 is incorrectly printed. It is going to be 2 minus 2. So okay, very sorry, it is going to be obviously 3 because we are having the 65 as a node also. So 3 minus 2, that is going to be 1. So this is how we can calculate the balance factor, and hence this tree is said to be the balanced binary search tree. This tree is the balanced binary search tree. Now these are the ways we are going to perform the rotations, that is RR rotations. So if we have the three nodes, that is A, V and C, is it fine? Then RR rotation says that we will be first performing the left rotation, and then the node that is going to be present, that is A, it is going to be considered as a left child of the tree, that is a balanced tree. Okay, so the nodes will be created as B, that is a root node, and the A is going to be the left node and the C is going to be the right node. Similarly, for the left rotation, the movement, the rotation is going to be towards the right. Okay, see the direction. For RR rotation, the movement was towards the left. Okay, that is the anti-clockwise, and for the left rotation, the movement is towards the clockwise direction, that is towards the right. So that is how we are going to have the balance factor also to be created or calculated as 0. That's all. Thank you everyone.